I've been thinking a lot about what country benefits most from war with Iran, and I think it is Russia. Let me explain. Now, quick disclaimer, this is not a pro or anti-Russia video, it's just pure analysis. And I think there's two good reasons to think that Russia will benefit. The first thing is that this war of American and Israeli aggression against Russia is going to result in the United States diverting significant military resources all across the world and sending it to the Middle East instead. We've, for instance, already seen some of these anti-missile technology interceptors being taken out of South Korea and heading to the Middle East. And likewise, it was a recent article I saw saying that many of the missiles that the United States has promised Ukraine, a lot of these might end up also instead in the hands of Israel or Gulf states to stop, of course, Iranian rockets or maybe to even attack Iran itself. This leaves Ukraine more vulnerable, harder for Ukraine to protect itself, harder for Ukraine to capture territory that Russia is occupying, and that, of course, benefits Russia. The second thing, though, a lot of people don't know is Russia is a major oil and gas producer. Depending on the data you have in the year, it ranks anywhere globally from the first to maybe even as low as the fourth largest producer of oil and natural gas. So on the one hand, that just means more money for the Russian economy, an economy that will obviously be stronger. But even more important is the fact that by having those resources, Russia can use its leverage against other countries. We saw in the first couple of days of this war against Iran that European countries, even European countries that are very pro-Ukraine and anti-Russia, they were actually begging Ukraine to open up its pipelines so that gas, I think it was gas, maybe oil, could come through to the European countries. And Russia, though, actually has this leverage because Russia doesn't even need Europe to do so. China itself relies extensively on oil from the Middle East, and so President Putin actually said that he might do the opposite. Instead of delivering that tiny amount of gas and oil that Russia does today, he might actually cut off the European market and send all that oil and gas to China instead. So it has a lot of power, and in terms of the disadvantages of this war to Russia in Iran, they're pretty minimal. Russia doesn't have extensive has pretty much no military assets in the region, other than maybe Syria. I know they evacuated after Assad fell, but that's pretty much it, and very little economic resources in the region. It really only stands to benefit. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's how it is. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share. I really appreciate it.